Okay, so today we're going to talk about digital paid advertising. Through every single training that we have done in the prospecting part of the Expert Dojo training, every single one of them has cost a currency. Now, that currency is not money, that currency is time, and it's time that you need to put into it, or people around you need to put into it, and then in some cases, it's about cold, hard cash that needs to be put in. Today we're going to talk about digital media and the cost of digital media. We're going to look at Facebook versus LinkedIn versus Twitter versus Snapchat versus all of the other media channels that you can possibly use. Because many people may feel, well, we're okay, Brian. We actually have a really good relationship with our customers on Facebook. Unfortunately, you do not. Because what Facebook do, and everybody else does, is they minimize the amount of folks that you can outreach to. You cannot speak to your entire audience. I know people who have got millions and tens of millions of people, and never will a post ever reach more than 5 or 10% of those. And here's the challenge. It's getting worse all of the time. Because if you don't pay for the product, then you are the product. And that's what's happened with natural social media. That's why it's so difficult for you to be able to grow a unicorn. You can grow a small business through your fans, people who like you, friends on social media, but you ain't going to grow a big business by hoping that the people who just randomly find you on Instagram are suddenly going to buy something. That's not going to happen. And if it does happen, it's too slow. Here's what you got to do. You have to allocate budget. And in the same way that all of our other prospecting skill sets require testing, optimizing, and scaling, digital media is no different. You have to look at where your audience live. You have to look at how your audience interact with other products like you. You have to look at what is it that you need to say to these people, and then you have to look at how much money do I need to spend to try and get a good return back. And I got bad news for you initially. It's going to cost you more money to test this than you're going to make. Boom, it's going to be less. And that's going to be because you have to find out the right area. And all of the things that we've been teaching you in the optimization area are to try and reduce the price so that of the cost of acquisition of customers, so that as you're advertising to them, they see the very best you. So you may say to me, okay, Brian, I got you. I'm with you. I know that I need to spend money on digital marketing. I know that we need to have expertise here, but we don't have the expertise to be able to do it. What do? Do I go to a digital marketing agency? Or do we bring somebody in-house? Or do I do some Facebook ads myself? And the answer is all of these things. But you need to have a basic fundamental knowledge before you start. You also need to know that most marketing agencies, most good ones, are not going to touch you unless they're making a couple of $1,000s a month. They're always looking for the customers that will pay $5,000, $10,000 a month so they can make reasonable budget. You spending $500, $1,000 is going to get you a pretty crummy marketing agency that are not experienced in doing what you're doing. So you need to get schooled up on how to do digital marketing. You also need to make sure that everything that the customer needs to see is right there for you. Now look, once you work this out, this is where the good news comes in. Once you've got the metrics working, the optics working, once you have the right conversions, you win. You just got to get there. You just got to get to a place whereby you're spending this amount of money and the revenue is here and your cost of actually acquiring the customer and the cost of the product is less than the revenue. That's the goal that you're going after, but you don't have an option of not testing this and getting it worked out. So, as you go through the program, as always, it's 4 weeks. The first week is about you learning about the different channels, what they do, who you're speaking to, who you go after. The next week is working out how do you actually engage with those channels? What does their cost mechanism looks like? The next week is about working out how do you build the right messaging to make sure that you actually have a product that's working. And then the final week is about engagement, is about execution, and about you building this through. And as you're doing all of this, remember one thing. The greatest brands in the world have built out through social media paid digital marketing or through search engine paid digital marketing. Like the greatest brands in the world. This is not something new. It is just something that is scary for you because you feel like you put $5,000 in and you will never see that $5,000 again. And we want you to know we're by your side. We have some of the greatest digital marketing experts right here working with us as partners in Expert Dojo. We can help not only make referrals to those people, but they'll also do live workshops with you ongoing. So make the commitment to find out about this. Join in on the workshop. Make sure you're a part of the Expert Dojo digital marketing program. And let's see if we can get some great optimization so that you can build a bigger business.